Good to see you again. Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
The time of need. Thank you. Thank you. Please, come in.
Ken Isaacs.
Hi, how are you?
Mr. Pranash,
Good to
nice
see
to
you.
meet you.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.
There are millions of Christians around the world praying that God will give you His wisdom. And we pray that God will give you success. And so that's our prayer.
Well, thank you. The fact that you're coming here standing with Israel, in Israel,
Yes, sir.
is mightily important and gives us a lot of strength, a lot of encouragement. I have to say that the world today appears to be divided by two forces. Those who support Israel in its just fight against Hamas terrorism, and those who support Hamas terrorism. I think Reverend Graham, with your so many followers around the world, understand that Israel is fighting a just war, fighting according to international law, trying to minimize civilian casualties, root out the terrorists. And I think that's our common battle, the battle of civilization against barbarism.
Well, it's good versus evil. And we know that God, we know there's a God, and we know there's a devil, an evil. And the devil has been fighting God for we don't know how many thousands of years. But I think Israel is God's people. The Bible tells us that. And so it's clear. And the devil wants to destroy this nation, wants to destroy the Jewish people. And he's tried over and over and over to do that.
We're not going to let him do it.
No, sir.
When we say we, it's the combined forces
We stand
of
with you.
civilization, and we truly support that. I have to say that by contrast, there are forces that support the terrorists, and one of them is President Erdogan of Turkey, who calls Israel a terrorist state, but actually supports the terrorist state of Hamas, has himself bombed Turkish villages inside Turkey itself. So we're not going to get any lectures from them. We stand with those who stand for justice and truth, like Reverend Graham, our many Christian friends around the world, but also so many others. And we saw that yesterday in a mass demonstration in Washington of Jewish leaders and non-Jewish leaders, leaders of the Senate, leaders of the House. They stood for Israel, they stood for truth, they stood for justice, and that's the forces of civilization that will ultimately win the day. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Please.
Jangan lupa follow, like, dan subscribe sosial media Tribun Jateng.
Download Tribun X sekarang, menghadirkan lokal menjadi Indonesia.